What is up, dudes? I don't know why I said dudes. Y'all, I get it, I'm early. But that's not why we're here. We're going to get into why I'm early later on in the stream. Unpopular opinions. I got mine, y'all. I got mine. And I am going to stand firm on my unpopular opinions. My unpopular opinions are things I stand firm on. And look, y'all, I'm not trying to rub anybody the wrong way. You got your unpopular opinions, and we don't have to agree, right? Just because you don't agree with mine, don't mean to pull up being disrespectful. Let's see if we have anybody in the chat. If we do not, we're going to slide over into them. Now, we don't have anybody in the chat yet, but like I said, I'm an hour early. I'm an hour early because I'm going to be real with y'all, man. Y'all know your girl stays real. I got my days confused. I don't know why. I go live Monday. I don't know, man. It's a lot going on. It's peak time at Amazon. I worked mandatory yesterday. So I don't know why I thought yesterday was Monday. I don't know. I can't really describe it. So when I scheduled this, man, I'm sorry for if anybody pulled up and you feel what I'm saying. Rev in the building, hands to the ceiling. Hope you're doing well, Rev. We got some unpopular opinions. What is an unpopular opinion, y'all? An unpopular opinion. Let me get this up on my computer. I mean, on my phone, because I feel like it's going to mess up. An unpopular opinion is something that I stand firm on that people may disagree with, right? And I'm a talk about mine, right? I'm going to talk about it. So drop y'all's in the comment section. We might open the phone lines, but every time I open the phone lines, don't nobody call. You feel me? Don't nobody calls, but we'll open them up, right? For security purposes. You feel me? For security purposes, we'll open the phone lines up. But guys, before we get started, let me slide over to a quick commercial break, all right? If you're a guy, if you're a man, and if you're looking for a woman, you might want to pay attention to this commercial, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
I'm not coming down until men cop this ebook. Do you hear me? Stop thinking you thick is a compliment. It is not how you win a woman over. $15, cash at me. Put your email, put your name. I'm still up here. And you think that is a compliment, bro? I quit. Send the money. I'm swinging till I see that notification. I'm not coming down.
Guys, if you're interested on how to not be intimidated when you approach a woman, pull up to this ebook, send $15 to that Cash App on screen. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it, but check the description box and check the comment section. Y'all know I'll be a little slow. Let's get into who else we got in here today. We're going to go into my unpopular opinions. Rev in the building, hands to the ceiling. Since we got 16 watchers, I don't know, bruh. I don't see them. Was that you on that sign? It wasn't me in real life, Rev. That's you feel me? That's AI trying to be me. But guys, some unpopular opinions, right? These are things I stand firm on, bruh. These are things I stand firm on, man. You know what I stand firm on? We just got into a mini argument about it, right? Shout out to Doe. Shout out to Doe, my homie. He said he's going to pull up, but he was thinking I went live at 5:30. I stand firm on, bruh, I'm going to be real. I don't think women should approach a man. We're going to get into it. But I don't think women should go up to a man and ask a man out. I did a short the other day. It got a little bit of a reaction, but Doe says I'm wrong for thinking that. He says that, he says that a man might be scared, and I get it. A man might be scared, right? Let me calm down because I'm getting amped up. Got this coffee in my system. A man might be scared to approach a woman, right? But I feel like all women have to feel secure with a man, right? And if you're eliminating that man approaching that woman because he's scared, in return, in my opinion, my unpopular opinion, that would make me not interested in a man, because a woman looks for security in a man. And if that man is scared to approach that woman to say he like her, baby, we got some issues. We got some issues. Like, how's that gonna work out? Sarah in the building. Greg, you said what? What's the question? Why are you saying what? So I saw that. Yeah. I just don't think, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I don't feel like a woman should approach a man. Maybe I'm old school. Y'all know I'm 39. I just don't think a woman should ask a guy out on a date. To me, it seems like gender roles are reversed. But, we're not going to stay too deep into that topic because I have some other unpopular opinions that may differ from y'all. You feel what I'm saying? All right. Number 2. Thank you, Rev. Rev said make sure I hit that like button. Only subscribe if y'all gonna come back. If y'all ain't gonna come back, don't subscribe, right? Staring. Can we talk about staring, right? Staring. I don't think someone should stare at somebody, bro. I don't care what you say. You can say, this woman is so beautiful. This man is so handsome. But to me, underneath the sun, there is no valid excuse that you should give to stare at somebody. 3-second rule, right? You drop your food, you got 3 seconds to pick that up, right? And I'm not talking about like, at that point, that's too long. I think you got 3 seconds to look at somebody. And if you feel like, if it's past 3 seconds, it's past too long, and that is now considered disrespectful. We're talking about Natalie's unpopular opinions. Now, y'all might think it's okay to stare at women, but me, I don't think you should. I was saying, what is the story? The story of staring, or the story of staring, or what was the other one, bro? My mind moves so fast. Staring. Oh, a woman should approach a man. A woman should approach a man. I don't think that's okay. There's a lot of men, and to each their own, that think for years that it's wrong for a man to approach a woman. They say that they want women to approach them. And I think, unpopular opinion, like I said, I don't think women should ever go up to a man and to approach a man, bruh. Under any circumstances. Now, have I done it before? Yes. Because, sometimes, I act fast. I'm the kind of person I shoot first, ask questions second. You feel what I'm saying? So I've approached men before, but I'm saying on a typical basis, no, I do not think we should switch up the roles and have women approach men. You feel me? So if we're going to do that, then what? Women, y'all going to propose now? Right? Women, you going to pay the full date, the first date? Women, you going to put your number in his phone because you asking him out? I just think that's wrong, man. Rev says, I agree with you 100%. When you begin first. Yes, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. What else though? What other unpopular opinions do I have, bruh? We've talked about women should not ask men out, right? We've talked, or women shouldn't approach men. We've talked about staring at a certain limit, like staring has a certain limit. After what is it disrespectful for a woman to stare? So I think another thing that really kind of rubs me the wrong way is that, I mean, these are just me things. Like, I don't like doing everything. Don't get me wrong, I am fully capable of doing everything. But when I have a lot on my plate, which I typically do, plate stays full like Thanksgiving, I think it becomes too much. It becomes overwhelming. I don't think I should have to be responsible for things, but I get it. You guys might not even feel what I'm saying on that. That's just a Natalie situation, man. Realistically, the top things are Precious in the building, hands to the ceiling. Top things really are like, I'm just not a big fan of women going up to men and asking the men out, bruh. That really, like, I honestly cannot wrap my head around that. Like, why is that considered acceptable? So that short that I posted, I was live that night. Those who pulled up, thank you. And those who are here now, thank you for pulling up. A man asked me, when are we going to change? I guess he was a man. I don't know, y'all. He could have been a troll. Let's be for real. But he was really passionate about his answer, so he might not have not been a troll. But he said, when are we going to switch up the roles and have women start asking men out? And I just feel like, you know, and when people say that, bruh, then they open up, y'all want equality. But it's like, do you not feel a little bit sensitive by doing that? Like, I don't know. Me, I did it when I asked a man out. I did it if I was working at McDonald's, I was in the drive-thru, it was night shift, he was really cute. And I didn't feel like I would have that opportunity again. The lobby was closed. I was like, let me go ahead and shoot my shot. You feel me? And it worked. You feel me? Swish. You feel me? But it's just like, if you have developed this reputation, I think, of always expecting women to go up to you and ask you out, and I just think, to me, that's just a little, I don't know, bro. I can't get jiggy with that, man. I can't get jiggy with that. Whoops, look at me slipping. Come on, man. Ain't but 6 people in. You gotta keep skipping me. It's all good though, bro. Do you wear headbands? What? Nah, if a man's waiting to be asked, he ain't got no. A retired tro in the building. We in the same. Hey, mods. Jamal, she's not skipping you. Be patient. I'm on everybody. Jamal, what'd you say though, bro? Let me see. Jamal, just wanted to drop the like and give you a shout out because I love your spirit. Jamal, thank you, bruh. My bad. Let me be real with you, Jamal. I usually went live from my phone. I use my phone as a reference, right? I'm on the computer right now. So, in all honesty, I'm going back and forth from screen to screen. My bad, bruh. I won't ever neglect a comment, but I really appreciate you pulling up. And I really appreciate you saying you love my lives, or my content. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you for pulling up, Jamal. But let me see what else I got. Man, I might have to pull out the iPad on this one, because do you think Rosa Parks would be a gamer if she was alive today? Do I think Rosa Parks would be a gamer if she was alive today? No, I think Rosa Parks, I think she would be like standing on business, bruh. I don't think Rosa Parks, I think she's one of those individuals. Shout out to Rosa Parks. But I think she took everything serious and she wouldn't be playing no games. I could be wrong. iPad's dead, y'all. So and as a husband, I believe that we must work together, and if I see that you are stressed or your load is heavy. I'm going to take that burden. You make things easier for you so you can relax. Yeah, I feel what you're saying, bruh. I feel what you're saying, Rev, but like I don't know, a lot of people aren't programmed like that. Like, I got into another heated conversation before because I feel like naturally the man is considered the leader, right? And I don't really know what that means at the end of the day, but I do know like if I'm doing the taxes, if I'm scheduling the cat to go to the clinic, if I'm cooking dinner, and I don't know, I just think people have different theories of what leader is. Don't get me wrong, my husband does pay the full rent. That might be his version of a leader, but I also think like a leader is going to take some of the things off my plate. Like, man, won't you call the cat clinic and schedule the neuter of the cat? You feel what I'm saying? Or why don't you try to do the taxes? I just don't feel like you paying the rent automatically makes you the leader. You feel what I'm saying? Am I saying I don't appreciate it? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I don't appreciate you paying the rent, but I do feel like a leader leads, meaning like I shouldn't have to say, oh, well, the rent's due this day because you're automatically going to lead. But y'all, thank y'all for pulling up. I really appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. Only if y'all going to come back. It's all about love. We must lead with love. Facts. You're absolutely right, Rev. You're absolutely right. But guys, let's open up the phone lines. I don't really have a lot of like unpopular opinions. Like I said, I just really stand firm on I don't think women should approach men. But the way the 2025 men think that, right? The 2025 men think that women should approach them. And I also don't think I'm really firm on like stop staring. Like I don't like someone to stare at me. I think after a certain amount of time, it's considered disrespectful. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, these 2025 people think if you're cute, it's okay. I don't know, man. I just think maybe I'm different. I think I'm really different. Daniel in the building. Happy Monday. Thank you for pulling up. Oh, shit. Thank you for reminding me, Daniel. Y'all, the reason why I'm early today, I know I said 5:30. I forgot today was Monday. I don't know what I was thinking. I really think it had to do with me working mandatory overtime yesterday on a Sunday, and the beginning of my week is Monday. So I think me going in on that Sunday threw me off a day. And so I'm thinking, bro, I don't know. I think maybe in my mind, I'm thinking today's Tuesday, right? So on Mondays here in Florida, the kids get out of school an hour early. And I'm literally in my room, and I usually go pick my daughter up from the bus stop. If you've been here, you know that. She calls me at 4:00. Where you at? And I'm like, where am I at, bro? What do you want? And she's like, I'm at the bus stop. And I said, oh my God, here I come. I forgot, y'all. I forgot. Yeah, it mixed my days up, bruh. In good conscience, I can't and will not leave everything on my wife. I believe in taking care of. Yeah, I feel like a lot of men feel like, all right, look. The best way of saying it is men naturally, yes, are supposed to lead. Yes. But I've worked in numerous places in management and been paired up or, worked with a male manager, right? Me being a female. And I've like evaluated how they are. I'm not saying all men are like this, but I know I've worked with a handful of men who don't really lead. You feel what I'm saying? And I think a lot of men think naturally, I'm a man, therefore I'm the leader, but I observe how you handle and it's not really leading. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like that's one reason why I'm so independent is because I've trusted people to do whatever, and they fumbled the bag, fumbled the ball. And at the end return, I still had to take care of whatever. And when you're used to like doing things your own way because you know for a fact that you're not going to mess up, I think that makes you more independent. Who's this calling, y'all? I don't even have Google Voice set up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Y'all, what? Hold on, y'all. 1 second, y'all. Hey, whoever just called, my bad, y'all. I didn't have the Google Voice set up. My bad. That's my bad. Call back though if you can. If you can. Yeah. Yeah, Rev, that's how I feel about it. You said it just mixed up your day. Why are you making those faces for, Rev? Yeah, the days confused mixed me up. Yeah, whoever just called on the petty line, call back because I didn't have it set up. Don't call back on the bull now because I didn't list the number, so I'm just now listing it. Oh, Rev, that was you? Call back, Rev. Call back, Rev. I didn't have the lines up, man. That's my bad. My apologies, right? But I am here, Rev, whenever you're ready. What up, guys? How's y'all's Monday going? I'm about to say Tuesday. How's y'all's Mondays going? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. Those who are following your girl on the journey of life, I just released another exclusive members content. This is going to be a little bit more. I think Rev is calling back, y'all. Oh, I keep tapping the wrong screen. I need to go to bed.
Rev.
Greetings. Rev, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Greetings. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well.
Yeah, I was calling. I'm sorry about a second ago. I thought you had the line open.
Yeah, it's open. I just didn't open the link, but I'm here.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna comment or chime in on what you were saying. See, often about how sometimes being down or somebody dropping the bag. See, oftentimes as men, being a leader, see, first, it all starts. Let's be clear. It all starts at home, not on the job, not at what organization one might belong to, but it starts at home, and your home is my first charge, if you will. What I'm responsible for, and not saying my wife is not equally so, but what I mean is we have to lead with love, and what I mean is I've been married a long time, and my wife can bear witness to what I'm saying, and we have to look at our family, our home, in a comprehensive way. And what I mean is, I'm not leaving, I'm a micromanager, but appointments and things for the children or paying bills or whatever. I need to know everything what's going on, and I need to make sure that care of as a man. And because, see, as a wife, you have enough, and everybody's situation is different. But as a wife, you have enough on you, and it's my responsibility as your covering, as your husband, not your boss, but your best friend and your covering. When I should be praying for you, that's one.
Right,
But
right.
I ain't gonna get into that today. But I need to make sure that everything I do, I'm thinking about Stevie Wonder. Everything I do is for my family. I once told my wife, it's been maybe 25 or more years ago. I don't care what anybody says about me. Nobody can never say I never took care of my family.
Right.
Nobody never can say I didn't take care of my responsibilities. And what I mean by responsibilities, they never went hungry. They never went. The bills weren't paid, or my wife was stressed out because of somebody forgot to pick up our child from school, or whatever it could be. The phone bill, the taxes, the water, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
As men, as a leader, we need to be disciplined. We need to be organized. And if I'm not making enough money, I'm getting a second job.
Right, right.
I'm gonna do what
saying.
Mm-hmm,
I understand what you're
mm-hmm.
saying, but I think that some people have it confused. Like for me, it might be a lot on my plate, but to
Mm-hmm,
him, he can feel like, well, as long as I'm paying the rent, as long as I'm putting groceries in the computer, what am I saying? In the refrigerator, that
mm-hmm.
I'm doing my due diligence as a man. I think a lot of people just might have the, leadership confused. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it goes
Yes,
back to me
ma'am.
communicating, but
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think different people have different roles. And like I was telling my best friend about it.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
the best example I can give is like, when I managed McDonald's, right? I was a supervisor.
Mm-hmm. That's
Um,
right.
there were people who did the same job. I was at McDonald's Rev for 14 years, right? There were
Mm-hmm.
people who did the same job, like meaning the kitchen for 14 years,
Mm-hmm.
right? 14
In the
years
grill. Mm-hmm.
in the
Mm-hmm.
grill. Right, right, right. So to me, my objective in life may be different from their objective, meaning, yeah, I'm going to move up. I'm going to keep moving up. But for me, I don't understand how somebody can work the kitchen every single day, the grill, and not get better. You would think, me
Mm-hmm.
would think, boy, they're going to be the fastest person. That's all they work is the kitchen. That's all they work, right? Is that table.
Mm-hmm.
If I do the same job every single day nonstop, I think
Mm-hmm.
it's common sense to get better. But there's some people who every day's a new day. You know what I'm saying? Every day's a new day.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
Because I would say, bro, give me that cheeseburger. Hold on, this and that, or make excuses. And I say that to incorporate that in my life. To me, I feel like my husband's one of those people. You feel me? Like every day
Mm-hmm.
we go pay the car
Mm-hmm.
payment, right? Every day we pay the car.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we pay the car payment, and
Different
I just
things. I got you.
it's like I feel like, bruh, if we did it this way last month, the month before, and I make it a joke with him. I made it recently
Mm-hmm.
into a joke. If we've done it the last 3 months, whatever, 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, the same exact way, why would it be different? And the
Mm-hmm.
joke I told him was like, my birthday's in August. And I would say, oh, here comes
Right.
August. I guess we're going to have to do it a
Mm-hmm.
different way. And when I say do it a different way, it's like he always goes about like, well, how are we going to do it this month? And I'm just like, what do you mean, bruh? Like, it's always, why are we asking this question? Like,
Yeah,
what
it
is
should
it
never
you
have
do?
to be asked. I got you. What you're not getting? What are you
What
not
are you
getting?
not getting? And
Yeah.
I told my best friend, I was like, he's the person in the kitchen at McDonald's because 15 years doing the same job, but yet you don't know it I don't know, bro. I can't get it. I don't know,
I
man.
th- I think not to speak about your husband, but just in general, in my experience, I think too, it's like I said, it all starts at home, and then too, it all starts with how, for instance, what as children like model behavior, like
Mm.
growing up and the roles that are being played in the home, or sometimes the lack thereof. You know what I'm trying to say? Because
Mhm.
a lot we've grown up in a lot of difficult or dysfunctional or even non-traditional
Right, right, right,
um,
right, right,
you
right.
family dynamics, and including myself, growing up an extended family,
Mhm.
and with grandparents and uh, my mom's siblings and whatnot. They were still in the family home, so
Mhm.
multi generational. And not even having no father around. So I think
Mm.
all of that, which I've had, mentioned to me,
Mhm.
um, has helped make me who I am.
Mm. Yes. Yes.
Because so much I've seen and I did not see modeled, with grandparents and great grandparents. And but at the same time, I learned early on, this is not how I want my
Mm.
family to be as a child. So, you know, and but sometimes as men, for instance, we're like, this is, I guess, all what we know, and
Mhm.
we're not like you were speaking of a second ago about working in the grill on that table,
Mhm.
and we're not looking to better ourselves. We're just on the rat race, if you will,
Mm.
on
Mm.
that proverbial wheel. And as
Mm.
long as the wheel's still spinning, I'm not trying to get off and go do something else.
Right. Right.
But I just look at things like, as men, we, for instance, if we love our families, you're gonna do that. Matter
Mm.
whatever needs to be done, you're gonna do it. Cause see, as a
Right.
leader, is number one, is a good communicator.
Right.
And I tell my wife this: communication is a beautiful thing.
Mm.
But and also could be deadly if we don't have it.
Right. Right.
And cause it leads to so many problems and misunderstandings, etc.
Right.
And often when I counsel married couples, put throw my other hat on, I often say, you got to communicate. You have to talk, and you have to know each other. And if that doesn't happen overnight, even with people, that live together. Some people want to live together first, but you really never know a person, like you said, until you live with them, and when you get married, it takes time.
Right.
Uh, Not a long time, but it takes time to learn one another's behaviors and mindsets and habits.
Right.
And but as a leader, it's good or onerous upon us to communicate with our wives how we feel about things and get your feedback, not to throw off on you or saying, this is my line in the sand. I'm not gonna do. I'm not doing any dishes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not sweeping the floor. No, 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 no. We need to communicate so that way I needs.
Right. I
And
feel you.
and
I feel
and
you.
and and I feel as a husband, when it's all said and done, I go back to the word love. When it's all said and done, I need to know your needs. I need to know your wants, so I can do my best to fulfill them and make sure at the bare minimum things are going to be taken care of where you don't have those concerns. And I think some of us husbands, we make a mistake with the sitting back approach. And as long as I'm only doing X, Y, and Z, I'm not going to worry about the rest or let her handle that. I say I'm from a different school of thought. I'm like, no, I need to be totally involved. Whether some women may not like that, and you can speak to that too, because every woman is different. Every man is different. But some women may say, oh no, but I want to be involved, like from far as the home goes, taking care of things. I want to be involved in from A to Z, and in the middle of something going on, I want to at least know about it so I can address it. And I don't want to hear it from somebody else. You understand what I'm trying to say? They come and tell me. I'd rather for my wife to come and say this or that. But far as the husband and wife concerned, communication is key. Not talking a long time. Communication is key, and knowing each other's wants and needs. But as a husband, we gotta get out of our comfort zone, and things will be a lot more better. Things will run a lot more smoothly, and the wife will be a lot more happier if we carry our load. And as a man, and I'm going to sound old-fashioned, as a man, we have responsibilities. My teacher taught me having a wife or having a woman means having responsibility. She's not to be played with. I was taught this as a child.
Right.
Don't approach her, as you mentioned about staring and all these other things. She's not to be played with. If I'm going to approach you, believe me, I'm coming correct.
Right.
But every woman is different. They may not like that. They may like a game. They may love other things, but I'm not for food. I'm not for foolishness. You know what I mean? And then you have some men, they'll sit back and allow the wife to carry the load. And I just say that's a grave mistake, because after a while, I believe she'll get tired of that.
But do you think, like, I don't want to say in my situation, is that he thinks I'm paying the rent, so that's all I should be doing, and that's me carrying my load, even though he's aware that I'm doing XYZ, A, B, C, D, and I can even communicate like, bro, this is like too much, and he's just like, oh well, but that's what I don't get. I don't know. I guess what I don't get is, if you're aware that someone's drowning, right? You're aware. And then you're over here while I'm paying the rent. How does that balance out? You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like we've had conversations of when he would say like, well, you're too independent. But it's like, this is why. There's a reason why I'm too independent. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's situations. What's that?
It has a root. Every action on your part has a root cause.
Facts.
Because my teacher taught me, because somewhere, some way, some man has let you down, or somebody has let you down. Right. So your natural response is to, if you're not already, become independent or more independent, or taking over these things. And a lot of us men, we'll get offended by you being so independent, such a very independent woman. But the thing is we're to blame. But we can't, independence, we can't see the proverbial mirror. Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror. We got to make that change. We can't see, my wife is so independent. Why is she moving the way she's moving?
Right.
I really need to turn around and look at myself like, wow,
Mm.
she's doing this because of what I'm not doing or I'm slowful about doing. She has all these
Mm.
concerns and worries because I'm not who I need to be. But sometimes it may not be, to what you were talking about. Sometimes it's like um, maybe the person may not fully like grasp it or
Mm-hmm.
really understand the gravity of not
Mm.
um, stepping up and saying, "Wait a minute,"
Right.
and he doesn't, and for instance, as a man, he doesn't, for instance, I don't have to tell my wife this, but actions speak louder than words.
Facts.
If I've been, for instance, if I've let her down, and I've seen um, my shortcomings as a husband, as a man, and all that. All I need to do is show her. I don't have to tell you anything. Show you,
Mm-hmm.
prove it to you daily. But really, that awakening has to happen. When and how is different with every man. But that's what all I have to say about stuff like that. Because it could be like it just hasn't clicked yet. Because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times, if I'm paying, A, B, and C, rent, lights, water,
Mm.
whatever,
Right.
or
Right.
insurance or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
well, she's been doing that. I'm not worrying about it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Right. Right.
but all the while, you're really like drowning. You're really like under a lot of stress,
Right.
like mentally wise, and that's really like one of the worst kinds.
Right. Pause real fast, Rev. Someone said being independent is not the problem. It's the fact that you can never really be truly satisfied. Um, but let me pause and say this. You know what I'm saying? I want you to chime in on it too, Rev, and see what you think. Right? You there, bro?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
So I want to lay out this situation to what Ross Rocho know. All right, I want to give this situation, right? I take full responsibility in the story I'm about to tell, right? So, my phone, my last phone, right? I had it through AT&T. My bill was $300 a month, bruh. I don't know, I was on crack, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it got to a point where I couldn't afford it, I couldn't afford it. And, me being highly independent, you know, I had added my daughter on my plan. She wound up moving out. She wound up not paying the bill. But I went to my husband and said, "Look, bruh, I can't afford this bill. I need my phone on." You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
so he was like, "Well, I don't want you to work overtime. It's my responsibility because I'm your man, right? I'm your man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take care of it." So I was like, "You're going to take care of my phone bill?" He's like, "Yeah, moving forward, I got it. No questions asked, right? Got time to
Mm-hmm.
pay my phone bill. We already know how this is going to go. Got time to pay my phone bill. He says, by this time, my bill's like, blah, like $900. He says he's going to pay it. He said he going to pay it. He said he got it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
He comes to me and says, well, I think you should go and I'll buy you a unlocked phone, and you can keep up with the payment because your payment's going to drop down to 60. But my whole thing is that's not what we agreed on. You feel me? So I had to change my number.
Mm-hmm.
I had to do all of these things because he allowed me to trust that he would do these things. And like I said, we've gotten into plenty arguments over you're too independent. You should let me handle something. And I just feel like that one time I asked you, and you could have said, Natalie, 900, bruh, no, I ain't paying. You could have said that. But
Mm-hmm.
to make me believe that you were going to do what you said you were going to do, clearly what now? Does that make me feel obligated of trusting you to handle other things? I feel like no. This is why
No,
I'm
no.
independent. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
Hold on, Rev. I'm sorry. He must be old. Bro's old school with it. What is makes a guy? So Cowboy said, "What makes a guy a man?" Rev, I'll let you. I don't know if he wants a woman's perspective. Cowboy built in the building. I don't know if he wants my perspective. How can you be independent and have a husband? What does that even mean?
I don't know. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't know the pretext for that question or what.
I think you can be independent and have a husband because clearly I didn't come out the womb married. You feel me? You go through
That's
different
right.
trials and tribulations.
That's
And
right.
I believe what makes me and my friend were talking about this. I believe what makes a woman independent, like we stated earlier, is that you put your trust in people, male or female, for whatever.
That's right.
And and they drop the ball. They just like the situation with the phone bill. You feel me? BD in the
Hmm.
building. Just like the situation with the phone bill, I put my trust in you to think you were going to pay the phone bill. When push came to shove, you dropped the ball. You feel what I'm saying? So I think
Yeah.
with situations like that in life, I've instilled trust in people to take care of a situation. And I've learned to maneuver to not count on those people due to them not, executing whatever I asked them to do. But I'll let you answer Cowboy Christian's question, which is what makes, I think he said, a boy a man. What makes a guy a man? Rev, I don't know. I don't know how I can answer that. Being a woman.
Makes a guy a man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, First, I would say one we have to know who we are, and what I mean is we have to understand uh, as a man, um, we got to be able to take care of ourselves because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of wife and children.
Facts.
That's that's absolute. Two, a man handles his business. A man doesn't have to be babysit.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody don't have to babysit a man to uh, you know pay his bills or take care of things that he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
Like a mother would do a child.
Mm-hmm.
Clean up, pick up the clothes off the floor or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and a man, of course, has his own place to live. And a man, uh, and additionally, a man uh, honors women
Mm-hmm.
because she uh, she is the person that we say we love and going to spend the rest of our life with, or you're dating or whatever. But within her is the fields that produces our sons and daughters. So I bow, I respect women, I honor women for that singular reason,
Right.
for that second part. So anything I can do to serve her, help her, not just love her, because love, many people don't even understand what love is.
Right.
And as a man,
Facts.
and as a man, we got to know how to treat a woman.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, and you mentioned Natalie a few days ago, or whatever, about the comments and things that sometimes men make inappropriate things to women. She's this, she looks that, and women don't want it. Some women don't. A lot of women don't want to hear that, and that's not the way to step to her, approach her, and see if we don't, number one, as men, we don't respect ourselves, we're not going to respect her. And and,
Facts.
and and additionally, if we don't know how to treat our mothers,
Mm.
our grandmothers, our sisters, our female cousins and friends. You got to know how to. It's how you treat people.
Right.
And it's not complicated. And a man knows where he's going because naturally, a woman, she wants to be led, but a woman is not going to follow you to nowhere.
Right. Right.
For instance, my wife is not going to follow me to the ditch.
Right. Right.
She's not going to follow me to the ditch. I'll be in there by myself.
Right.
We have to know who we are, what do we want in this life, how are we gonna get it, and go get it.
Right.
And we can't have this opinion that just because a woman is independent, how I think somebody said, how can she be married?
And be independent.
They go independent. It's good that she's independent. I don't agree with the reasoning of the creating that.
Right.
Causing her pain, causing her disappointment.
Right.
Because see, as a man, even as a boyfriend or a man friend or whatever you want to call them now today, as adults they're courting, each time she's disappointed in you as a man. Each time that we let her down for whatever the reason is, no matter she says she forgives you, each time that's just like killing the love that she has for you. People don't, as men, we don't understand that, and I'm not going to talk a long time. I'm going to stop. But each time, that's killing the love and respect that she has for us. So we need to look in the mirror, and if we're not ready to come correct, know how to treat her, know how to love her, know how to provide, protect, etc.
Right.
We need to leave her alone, and don't play. And if we say we're gonna do something, go back to something you was talking about, Natalie, and I'm gonna stop. If we say we're gonna do something, do it. And if we're not able to do it, that needs to be communicated immediately. Right. I'm not able to, as soon as possible. I'm not able to do it, but how do you feel about if I go about and do it this way? That way you still can get whatever the situation is. You catch what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Hold on 1 second, Rev. God, it's chat's blowing up, guys. I'm sorry. I want to add to that, but then I want to follow down the chat. All right, guys. I want to add to that, Cowboy. I don't know if this is I don't know how to really explain it. I was telling my husband this situation earlier, or was it yesterday, that I have two I have two babies' daddies, right? I married my second baby's daddy. But I think, what did he say? How to be a better man? I think, I don't know. For me, I can say that, I got into the biggest argument with my first baby's daddy because, I consider myself, I don't know, an alpha female, right? Man, it kind of I was so disappointed. One day I had gotten a phone call that, my first baby's daddy had met with a family member in secrecy and said all of this stuff about me. And he came home, that same day, like it had never happened. And it's to me,
wow.
Yeah, never said anything. Obviously me being the person I am, I was like, bro, you gonna go and talk about me and come back in this house? You bowed. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of men are like that. And to me, that's a feminine trait. I expect, females to gossip and go behind, your back and spread lies and spread rumors. And I think when I think of a man, obviously it starts, because my father was in my life. So to a woman who has their father in their life, a woman, it's psychology, would always look or compare you to her dad. You feel what I'm saying?
Correct.
So
Correct.
my
Mm-hmm.
dad wasn't like that. You feel me? My dad wasn't like that. Obviously, now I'm not with my first child's father, but I think my husband, my dad and my husband are basically so similar. It's crazy. I look for like a alpha man because my dad was like an alpha man, meaning like I can like break something and give us dad, fix this. Boom, he fix it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? My
Mm-hmm.
husband's the same exact way. Now, like I said, we're not gonna always agree on a 1,000% everything. But when
That's
it
right.
comes to me, and my idea of a man is like I said, like my father, like a guy that's going to be able to fix things. Like I like a man if my car broke down, my husband, I'm changing your tire. But I have a brother who don't know how to change a tire. You feel what I'm saying? So that to
Mm.
me would not be what kind of man I'm looking for. If that makes any sense. I think it kind of just depends on at the end of the day if you're dating a woman and she had her father in her life, forever, that woman's always going to compare you to her dad. So it just depends on what
Mm-hmm.
kind of man, she had in her life. You have anything to
Mm-hmm.
say on that, Rev? I know I kind of like
No, no, no. I agree. I agree 10,000% what you just said. Mm-hmm.
Robin. What is your purpose, bro? I don't know why you in here. What do you want? You want to say if she's independent, that means of something. What is a man? Like I think all women should strive to be independent. I'm gonna tell you this story. I got stories for what, Rev? Days. I got stories for
we
days,
we
weeks, months. Listen to the story, Robin, and then if you want to call in, just type wire in because I feel like I want to see what you own, bruh. Listen to this story. All right, Rev, you've probably heard it before. Rev, if you gotta go, let me know because I'll hold you. I'll just
okay.
hold you here. You feel me? All night
Okay.
it'd be a sleepover. You feel me? But
Okay.
Robin, listen to this story. This is gonna be a deep story. Like I said, Rev, you probably already heard it. All right, so right
Okay.
before COVID hit, right? We all were around for COVID. Yes, yes, okay. Right before COVID hit, my husband was, and he still is a truck driver, right? And he got to a point where he wanted me to be a stay-at-home mom. Now, did I want to be a stay-at-home mom? No, because I'm all about getting my own money, whatever. You feel me? But I
Mm-hmm.
honored him. You felt me? Because I respect him. Fast forward, he went to Cuba, got locked down in Cuba. But I had started working at Amazon before this happened, right? Secretly,
Mm-hmm.
kind of in a sense. So, what I'm trying to say is, what would have happened if, if I didn't do that? Him being in Cuba, what would have happened? You know what I'm saying? What would have happened because he was paying the bills? I'm not working. What would happen if what would happen if I didn't get that job? COVID
You
hit.
would have been in the six.
Where
You
would
would
I
have
have
been
been
in the
at?
six.
On the
You'd have been in the
streets.
six.
On the
That's right.
streets. On the
Mm-hmm.
streets. So when you say why are women independent, Robin, or why would I be independent? Women have to seek to be independent in a sense. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you
Mm-hmm.
spend your whole life depending on somebody else, that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be depending. You have to have some some sense of dependency because if I didn't click to start working, jobs weren't hiring during COVID. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? What would I've
That's right.
done? Because I would have been just sitting there waiting. What would I've done, Robin?
Sure.
So please let me know how you feel about that. My BM knows ain't no men pulling up to fix at my house. Ain't nothing I can't fix for my woman. Exactly. Shout out to you, Mo, for fixing everything. What do you mean by compare? I don't even remember what I was talking about to be real with you, Robin. I'm fixing brakes and rotors on my woman's car and changing, but a lot of men, Jay. But shout out to you, Jay. But a lot of men nowadays can't do it. Like my brother, bruh. He don't even know how to change oil on a car. You know what I'm saying? So that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, I think it goes back to what man that woman was around. One more second, Rip. I'm sorry. When I find my intellectual female type of lady, I'ma have her working for me and help me with my business. I was taught by my dad and Paul to reward my lady when she does right. And absolutely, cowboy. And shout out to you, bruh. Give me some advice, please. So what? What is your question? But yeah, bro. What else? What else you got, homie? Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
That's all you
I'm
say it
not
one
gonna
time.
I'm not gonna take up the time, you know.
Say say what I say. That's all I got for you today, man.
That's all I got for you, sis.
All right, hang up because you don't know. You know I don't know how to, but I appreciate you calling in.
Oh, okay, okay.
Tell wifey I said hi. Okay. What's up? So what was the question you got? Guys, do you have any more questions over this? Robin, I'm still waiting on you, bruh. Is everything good? I hope I didn't like expose. You don't gotta keep typing, Robin. You can call in. I'm curious. I think every woman I think every man, I could be wrong because I'm not a man. I think every man should seek for his woman to have some sense of independence. I know different situations, but there's people who sell drugs, right? If a woman is with a drug dealer, he gets locked up for selling drugs. Let's say she puts her full trust in this man. She doesn't work. She's at home with the kids. If she's never worked before, let's say if she's never worked before, right? Do you think she's going to be able to flip the bills when he comes home out of jail? Or do you think she's going to be evicted? She's going to be evicted if she has zero sense of independence. That's why y'all feel like a woman being too independent. I don't know why y'all scared of that, but y'all got to think like it can't be independent when it's convenient. Advice for single men that have built a genuine connection with a single mom. Call in, cuz you want to call in. I don't know what that means. If you have general connection, what is the question? Sorry about that, sis. I would tell her. Thank you. Bernard, how you doing? Thank you guys for pulling up. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. What is a genuine connection? Like, how many kids does she have? What are you afraid of? Rochelle, no. I'm not really understanding the question. If you built a genuine connection with her, like what is the question? Rev, you're good by the way, cuz. Sorry. Let me get these cords out the way. Bernard. What else? What do you mean, Rochelle, no? Rochelle, no, I'm not really fully understanding the question. But guys, if y'all don't have too much, Rochelle, no, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to gather your thoughts in text message format. Robin must have dipped out. I think I shut Robin Fitness down with my thesis because I don't think people see things from that perspective. I'm gonna give y'all a few more minutes and then I'm gonna dip out. Thank you guys for pulling up. I appreciate y'all being here on this Monday. Sorry I came on a little earlier than expected. All right, come on, girl, come on. Thought I scared you off a little bit. You was quiet over there for a second. All right. No advice. What's the question? So what? I don't know the question to give advice. I can change oil, but I have a trade in carpentry from Job Corps. Bro, look at you. Jack of all trades. Your day has been good, sis. Yes. Every day's a good day. Appreciate you pulling up, Rev, always. Y'all, we just waiting on Robin. Robin 813-485-5549, okay? Okay. All right. Look out, Auntie. What am I looking out for? Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Send me some. You got my email. Let me know if you need me to list the email. My cousin with Kingpin. Oh, they cut you off. Oh, y'all, this must be Robin. My bad. Hold on, Robin.
Call from
Robin.
Robin in the building, hands to the ceiling.
What it do? What it do? How you feeling today, Miss Lady?
Always well. How about you?
Any day alive is a good day.
Facts. Let's go. What you got to say, cuh? What is it?
So you-
I'm gonna get that email
Yeah,
for
so
you.
you
Go,
was,
go ahead, cuz. Floor is yours. Are you still there?
say that again.
My bad. Someone was asking me a question, but I said, give me 1 second. I'm gonna let the floor be yours, okay?
All right.
Give me 1 second because they want my email, and there's a T in my email and it's lowercase, and I want to make sure I say that so they don't think it's an uppercase T. So the email, I'm linking it right now on the screen, guys. Book with Natalie T at Gmail, okay? Robin, other than that, whenever you're ready, you good for takeoff, cuz.
Say that. Say that. So what I was speaking on when you was talking about independent, I understand being independent and all that stuff like that, but what are you independent of? Because to be independent, you have to be independent of something. Which I understand, which sufficiency is different, and I think you was trying to equate independency with self-reliance.
Mm-hmm. You're
So
facts.
that's where I was kind of confused on with that
Yeah,
topic.
for sure. So when I speak on independence, I mean self-efficient, meaning I get it. I'm an older woman, but a lot of women are not able to take care of themselves. Like, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the rap culture music, right? Shout out to Nicki Minaj. Today's Nicki Minaj's birthday. But Nicki's message is F this man, make him pay, right? Have him pay for your first date, right? Have him take you to Ruth Chris, right? That's Nicki's message behind her music. When I say I'm independent, I'm saying I don't rely on a man to do these things for me because I'm fully capable of doing them on my own. So that's my message about being independent is that, yeah, even though you still there?
Yeah,
Did
I'm
you
still there.
hang? Oh, okay, my bad. It said like a message hung up. My apology. So,
Oh no, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with it.
oh, I feel you. I appreciate you listening, bruh, because it's a mouthful. But I don't rely on other people to take care of me. That's my message on independency. Like my story I shared earlier, I've dealt with men that were drug dealers that got locked up. Me being independent, I would have to. You're still there, right? My bad. It's beeping like someone hung up.
You
Okay,
still
you are
there?
there. Yeah, yeah. My bad. I don't know what that is. Maybe someone's calling in, but obviously we're still talking. So I've dealt with drug dealers who've been locked up, and I could have easily said, I don't know how to work. My house is gonna get foreclosed. You feel me? I feel like I, just like a diamond, when I'm forced under pressure, I get stronger. You feel what I'm saying? So my version of independence is that I don't rely on men. There's billions of women who rely on men to solely take care of them, and I'm not that type
So,
of woman.
so when you call that traditional, wouldn't that be a definition of traditional woman?
No, I think a lot of women, like I said, feel like they need someone to help them. They need, like, they require. To me, it's not a requirement. You feel what I'm saying? Or you don't feel what I'm saying? Especially
I get
with the
it. So when
culture.
that kind of make, I get it in the sense of
Mhm.
like, okay, you having yourself, being self-sufficient. That's what I'm getting, like self-sufficient and reliant. Because
Mhm.
I get that. I get your definition, but that's where I was getting confused from because I was thinking of the exact word of what the definition is filled with. If you get what I'm saying.
Mhm. I feel you.
Yeah, because I'll be a little, because when y'all women talk about independency and stuff like that, it's usually saying like I don't, like you're saying right now, I don't need a man. Yeah, you
Mhm.
could be independent, but you don't have to be independent of a man, which is like we're meant to be for one another. So
Facts.
we're really not meant to be independent. We're meant to be self efficient and self reliant. So
Mhm.
per se, yeah, I as a woman per se, yeah, if the washer or whatever, washer dryer is filled, yeah, we both know both our clothes need to be clean. In
Mhm.
addition, I don't expect you to put the clothes inside the dryer.
Mhm.
If I see the clothes are still inside the washer, I
Mhm.
don't expect you. I'm not gonna walk away and just expect you to do that.
Mhm.
In the sense of being independent.
Mhm.
If am I getting you get where I'm going here?
Yeah, I get what you're going. I'm not saying to the point where like I'm just putting myself, like I'm speaking of me. I know that me personally, I can only speak on Natalie. When I say the situations I've been through, I realize a lot of women would not be able to do it. And I feel as though, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that
Mm-hmm.
when women say independent, maybe for you it triggers you because y'all don't like women to be independent. It makes them feel like they don't need you whatsoever. But like I'm just speaking on Natalie. The reason why Natalie, myself, is independent is because it's not your fault, just like it's not my husband's fault. I'm independent. It's the people who've been placed in my life who have fumbled the bag, the ball to where I had to raise up. And I'm saying a lot of women are not built that way. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of women are not built that way. A lot of women are conditioned to, dang, my husband went to Cuba for COVID and got locked down for a year. They're going to lose that house. You feel me? Your husband's going to come back and y'all are going to be out on the streets due to the fact that a lot of women, like I had to adapt during COVID. You feel what I'm saying? I had to
Well,
learn.
now that's dependency. I get that. Now that falls under dependency.
Okay, where you want to go? I'm really just telling my story of how I had to work 60 hours, for me and my children while my husband unfortunately was locked down for COVID. And I'm saying a lot of women don't have
Mm.
that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, like women would ask me at work, I was friends with some people. Why are you here, Natalie? Why are you doing 60s? A lot of women are not capable of doing that. And I believe that God made me to where if a situation occurs, I'm able to maneuver, to think, critical thinking, and implement ways of improvement. Like I know how to work 60 hours. A lot of women don't. And like today, this week, I'm working 60 hours. I work at Amazon. It's peak season. A lot of people leave early. So what I'm saying is that
So like mental fortitude, that's where you're basically going. They don't have the mental fortitude.
yes,
Because some
Yes.
women, don't have, and single fathers also, they
Mm-hmm.
just don't have that support that you probably had of having a husband if your husband was around, or sister, auntie, cousin, so on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's really boils down to the support of my husband because, like I said, I have two child's fathers. You feel me? First child's father, he was a drug dealer. He went to jail
Mhm.
all the time. And what did I have to do? Obviously, it was a two-parent household. When he goes to jail, when he's incarcerated, it drops down to a one-parent household. It's the same demeanor, but I think, like you said, maybe it's the critical thinking. A lot of people, like, case in point, right? Let me
Mhm.
say
I'm
this.
listening.
I got a homegirl. She says, Natalie, I want to go to Vegas. We both work at Amazon. And I'm like, just pick up extra hours. Yeah, I don't want to do it. So how are you going to go to Vegas, bruh? You have to. How are you going to, how are you going to earn the income to go if
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy.
Amazon is your only stream of income, right? You don't have any other stream of income. Yeah, it sounds good to say it, but then Robin, there's people who I want to lose weight, but what are they doing every day? They're still eating Big Macs. They're still
Yeah,
going to
they not
Taco
eating
Bell.
right. They're not even doing right. Yep, you got a
Exactly.
point.
So I think maybe that's the way of structuring what it is. But to me, there was a time I was big and I did what I did in order to lose weight. I think that I'm able to critically, I don't know if it's really critically, it's simple math, or maybe I have the willpower to do things that other people are not willing to do. Mm, there we go. What else you
Oh,
got, Robin?
and that, do you think that, and that steers? Do you think that steers from the experiences you had in the past? Like,
Mm.
do that kind of have you, in a sense, judge or prejudge the situation before it happens?
I don't really think I had like a situation. I mean, besides me dealing, I mean, I'm taking full responsibility of if you're referring to me dating a drug dealer. I don't think that really had anything to do with it. Clearly, I was raised not to date a drug dealer. I came from a two-parent household. I'm the only girl. I have two brothers. I just think I have a different mindset compared to other people. I'm not a quitter. Now where it stems from, I could not tell you. I just feel like anything, I'm the kind of person, I don't make excuses. You know what I'm saying? I hate for someone to make an excuse. It just irritates me. Backstory, I worked at McDonald's for a sense, and I was considered an upper scale manager, and when I would go in on night shift, store would be trashed, right?
Mm.
Trashed. And I would go in, and then you know what the manager would say? Sorry, the store is dirty, Natalie. We got busy. See, my way of thinking is we're at McDonald's. Do you expect not to be busy? You feel me? Expect to be expect to be
Wow.
busy and clean up after or clean up during. You know what I'm saying? I'm the kind of person. Now, what, like I said, where it stems from, I don't know, but I do know that I'm the kind of person that I'm willing to do whatever. I don't know if you heard the phone call earlier. My phone bill was 900. I was going to work extra to do it, to pay it, because I feel like I could. You feel me? Like I just have a mind frame of I can do anything I set my mind to. And I think a lot of people don't have that. I think a lot of people just go with the flow, you know? I don't know how long you've been on my channel, but I'm gonna let you speak because I feel like I'm over talking. But
Nah, you go. I'm letting it flow. This your platform, and I'm listening,
I appreciate you.
consuming what you're saying, in a sense,
Um,
because you are right in the sense of, like, cause you definitely talk about, like, mental fortitude, because some
mhm,
people don't have the mental fortitude, or because it sounds like you grew up in a um a nuclear family, a nuclear
mhm,
household,
mhm,
which is, of course, a lot of people are not growing up in nuclear households. So that's why I
mhm.
said I can see why you would have, if your past relationship or don't is not an imprint. Don't have an imprint on you of how you move with different things. Then it's,
Right.
of what you're saying is just actually how you was brought up. And
Yeah, I mean,
the,
I can think of my dad telling me. I mean, like I had a strong dad. He would say like, my dad would tell me, I told this girl this the other day. She's like, girl, your dad was crazy. My dad would say, Natalie, you know, you're you're always, and I'm his only girl. You know what I'm saying? You're always number one. Don't you ever settle for being number two. You know what I'm saying? So my dad telling me that, maybe made me who I am today, unsubconsciously. You feel me? Not on the,
Because you
not
had
on,
like because you had like the male side perspective of things to where you could also
mm,
experience it through the woman, through being a woman, of course. You're not a man, so you're
right.
not able to experience it through a man's lens. So your
Mm,
father was able to give you the perceptions
mm,
that he had experienced or whatever learned through to actually give to you, which
right.
is women don't have that. Mothers don't have that to where
Mm,
they have that father around and stuff like that. Of course, that's another rabbit hole that we could get down, but we're not going to. In
right. Yeah, yeah,
addition,
yeah.
in
But,
addition, you had that support. You had that support to where you could learn from and actually be the person that he wanted you to be and grow up to be.
mm,
So you understand, like, okay, because us as men, we understand and know that there's no one that's going out. There's no one that's going to help us.
right,
We're
right. And I
only
feel
here
what you're
to
saying.
help ourselves.
1000%. I feel like, you know, um, what's the best way of saying it, bruh? I feel like, mm, bruh, I'm trying to think of the best way. I think the best way of saying it is two things.
Just
You
say it.
feel
Just
me?
say it. Just say it.
Yeah, yeah, it's two things though. I'm trying to like dissect it. You feel me? First thing, there was a time I was a personal trainer, right? And I would just be like, y'all stop being whoever I was training, it could be a woman or a male. Stop being a little bitch and just do it. You feel me? That's my that's my mindset. You feel what I'm saying? Like stop complaining and just do it. But I think outside looking in, that seems like to me, I feel like I'm feminine, but that seems like a masculine equality. Because and then I'm gonna say this: there was a time I worked at a different warehouse, right?
Mm.
This is a delivery station at Amazon. If y'all have ever worked at a delivery station, it's different from a fulfillment center. Delivery station is right before it comes out to y'all's houses. So anyway, we have these big totes and we had to line them up like 3 stories high. I'm the only woman. You feel me? Like there's 9 bars. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you have
Mm.
to at least lift it at least 3 foot tall. And they can weigh up to 40 pounds. But I'm in the gym. I don't make excuses. I'm the only woman. You got men going around like looking to help women. And I'm just like, nah, bruh. I'm good. I was the only woman in that warehouse that did not, you know, rely on a man. And then when a man would try to help me, I'm like, bro, no, I'm good. I got it. Like, I think that's what makes me different from a lot of women. A lot of women seek help or seek validation. Me and my husband were just talking about this, but I don't seek that. I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be another rabbit hole, but, he told me the other day, like, you know why I like you? Because you don't seek validation. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of women that are not thick, but they'll say, that man told me I was thick and that made my day. And you know why that makes their day? Because
No, that's wild. That's
you know
wild.
why?
That's what they
You know
were.
why though? Robin? Is your real name Robin, bruh? Let's just call you Robin. Um
my my
let's just call
my
you
real
Robin.
name is Drew.
I like Robin better. You know what I'm saying? So but it's because that gives them validation. You feel me? Like the best way I can say it, and I don't remember my dad ever having this conversation with me, so I don't know where it comes from. I feel like those people who seek that kind of validation, they're lacking self love and they don't know it. You feel me? Like, for example, and
Do
I
you
was
think it's
telling
self-love or actually fatherly love in a sense?
maybe that it could be that. It could be that as well. But you got to think,
Mm.
like I stated earlier, a lot of a woman's first love is her dad. You feel what I'm saying? That is the first man. That's what I'm trying to say. A woman first falls in love with their dad. You feel me? And that's
Agreed.
why I say if I'm looking for a guy, he's got to have the same qualities as my dad because that's the first male figure I fell in love with. So a lot of women, grew up without their dad. So they fall in love with that because realistically your dad as a woman should be the first man that tells a girl you're beautiful, and if you don't have that, any other man leading up to that that says it, you're going to eat it. You feel me? But me, I know I'm beautiful. So me knowing I'm beautiful, you telling me or you not telling me, I know it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need that validation because I know it deep down. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of women
Mm.
don't. And that's why I'm not even thick, but he told me I was thick. I'm gonna go out with him tomorrow. And it's because they crave that validation because they didn't get it as a child, in my opinion.
So is validation? Do you think it's validation or is it Mm, yeah, that's definitely a different rabbit hole. Is it validation or reinsurance?
Probably both. Because they need it.
Okay.
You feel me? Because they need it. I mean, they know they're not thick. Maybe, maybe not. It doesn't really matter if they are or if they're not. But the fact that if they're not and a stranger tells them that, that makes them that sends them endorphins. You feel me? Like, oh, he likes me. You feel me? It gives me that kind of validation in a sense. But to me, boy, I'm different. Someone tell me, girl, you beautiful. I'm okay. What else? Right. You know what I'm saying? What else can you tell me? Because I'm already aware of it. So there's nothing in my sense you can tell me for me to mm, feel satisfied. Even though I have a man, but if I didn't, it takes more than saying you're beautiful to me. I don't know. Lovely
Yeah,
says I
but
used to work at a women at a restaurant and they wanted validation. I mean, a lot of things stems back to validation. I think like even on social media, likes. You know what I'm saying?
do
But
you
go
think
ahead, bro.
they lack? Do you think they want that validation because they lack? Um. Oh my gosh. Because they. Oh my gosh. What is the freaking word? Because they. Oh. Self
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 love.
validation.
I think so. I think or think they want it because maybe they lack self love. Like for real, let's think about it. Let's say there's a girl that's beautiful, but if she doesn't know she's beautiful, but she just maybe she has an idea, but if she doesn't fully believe it, if a man tells her she is, she's gonna automatically, in a sense, I think, get these little endorphins to make her attracted to him a little more because she craves that kind of attention because realistically, she doesn't feel that way about herself. That's really what it boils down to. They don't feel this way about themselves. Therefore, if someone else says it makes them believe it, if that makes any sense.
They kind of do, but I don't see it. I don't feel see it in the full capacity at all.
What do you
Cause
mean? How you see it?
can I say this? Can I put this in a sense?
Mm-hmm. You been
So
subscribed to
like,
the channel for a minute, bro? Or you just not pulling up?
oh no. I'm just pulling up. I was scrolling by and stuff like that, and I'm like, hold up. I'm like, she got the hat tilted. I'm like, what's she talking about?
She on that
I'm like,
shit.
she must be talking some shit. And I like good debates, and he was talking, he was debating. I'm like, you know what? She seemed like a good debater. Let me see what's popping.
Right. Go ahead though. What you got
But
to say?
I would say a lot. I can agree with you there in the sense of, yeah, they do look for it. They do look for that validation, but where are they getting that validation? They never had that type of validation, so where are they getting that validation from? You get what I'm saying? To
They
actually have that
seek
type of
from it in other
experience
people.
to
They seek from it in other.
to go
Like
ahead.
just think of my dad told me. My dad told me, Natalie, you're beautiful. Don't take no shit from nobody. Right. When you hear that at a young age from someone you look up to, right? But those people don't have what I had. They don't have that kind of talk. You feel me? You're beautiful. Don't take they don't have that kind of talk. So when they hear someone say you're beautiful, they like crave it because they never got it. See, me, I got it, so therefore I'm not looking for it. But for someone who's never got it, they constantly look for it because they didn't have it in their life. You see what I'm saying? Or no, that doesn't make sense to you.
No, that makes sense. They're not, in a sense, nurtured enough. So if
Right.
you're kind of saying they're not nurtured enough, how can they? A lot of them have freaking kids or want to be inside a relationship. How can you nurture a relationship if you've never been nurtured?
Exactly. You can't. And it makes it harder on their kids because they're neglecting the parent is in a sense neglected, so they can't give their child. It's like generational curses. This is a perfect example of generational curses because if you've never were told you were beautiful, right? How can you tell your child that you're beautiful? How can you do that? Maybe you might be able to break the curse, but realistically, if you don't have that foundation, how can you uplift your child? It's like the same thing repeating. I took one
Mm.
semester of psychology, bro. I just felt like I ate on that one. I ate.
The last sentence you did, the last sentence. I had to go inside my my college brain cell, like, oh, hold
Yeah.
up, oh, okay.
Yeah.
We just went up a 2 levels.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate that. That one semester. Shout out to Brown Mackie College for that semester of psychology. But yeah, bro, that's really what it's like, generational curses. And that's why, I was really into psychology. But that's why a lot of people like trauma bond. Like I know a situation of a woman who didn't have her father, right? So that means she's lacking the same energy we've been talking about. I don't have to go into detail, right? But she recently got with a guy that didn't have his mom. So what does that mean? You feel what I'm saying? These people are trauma bonding in a sense. I don't know if that's really the same exact technology, the word I'm looking for, but he's looking for his mom, she's looking for her daddy. You feel what I'm saying? And they're going to look for that with each other.
Yeah, it's definitely trauma bond. I could agree with that. Definitely trauma bond because a lot of people do, um, make bonds over things they have in similarities.
Mhm.
So I do get that dynamic, but then it never really go to the length that it needs to go because they both are looking for something that one another do not have and never had experienced ever.
Right. Facts. What else you got for me, cuz? I feel like I ate. You rate
I'm
1 through
not,
10. 1 through 10, rate me now. Come on. Come on, Robin. Be
one
for
through
real.
ten, it was a, Kevin Seven say, 1 through 10, don't pick 7, so I'm gonna pick motherfucker 7. Yeah, that's a 7. It's a motherfucker 7.
I appreciate you pulling up, cuz. I'm going to let you hang up.
You already
Epi in the
know. Be
building, hands in
blessed.
the ceiling. Thank you for calling, bro. You better subscribe. Thank you for calling, bro. You better subscribe. Guys, sorry, man. We got into this little topic. We were talking about. Let me get right. Epi, aren't you on that cruise, bruh? Epi, y'all got Wi-Fi on the cruise, bruh. Let me know. Thank you for calling, bro. Make sure you subscribe. Girl, what? What? Epi, what did you say, bruh? You said you woke up. You saw it was live and you're going back to sleep. Cowboy, lines are open, bro. Let me run into a quick commercial break, y'all. If you're a man, you're going to want to pay attention to this commercial. I'll be right back.
I'm not coming down until men cop this ebook. Do you hear me? Stop thinking you thick is a compliment. It is not how you win a woman over. $15, cash at me. Put your email, put your name. I'm still up here. And you think that is a compliment, bro? I quit. Send the money. I'm swinging till I see that notification. I'm not coming down until...
Y'all, if y'all looking for confidence on how to approach a woman, how to keep your relationship, make sure y'all pull up on the ebook. Only thing you have to do is send fitting to that cash app right there, and I will send the ebook over. You think it's not a compliment, all right? Y'all quit saying that now because that's not a compliment. Women don't like that. Some do, but most of these women that are built like Natalie do not, all right? this chat got going on. Let me hide this text. Yeah, I'm about to get off. Y'all know I got a 60-hour week this week at Amazon. Definitely new sub. I appreciate you subbing, bruh. Period. Heck no, I didn't pay for no Wi-Fi, girl. How much is it, Epi? How much is it on that cruise? How much is the Wi-Fi? Is it like 40? Is it 40 for the Wi-Fi or is it more? I know they be busting heads. But you know I gotta be special, man. Blanca! Block in the building, hands to the ceiling, bro. You got some new music. Let's see, y'all. Heck no, I didn't pay for it. Period. Definitely have a new sub. 80? Golly, 80? Oh no. $80? They bugging, bruh. I wouldn't pay for it either. Man, over here clicking a lot of things, y'all. My bad. I'm about to dip out. I think Cowboy dipped out. I think. He was waiting to call. But Robin, I really appreciate you calling. Reb, I appreciate you calling. Guys, if that's all y'all got for y'all's girl. Hey, I got some new music. I'm trying to run away from the auto-tune. You better run away from it. Send that flock. Send that music, and I'm gonna let you know what I think. But guys, that's all I really got for y'all today. I really appreciate y'all carrying the stream for me. What does that say? Unique, thank you, bro. I don't know why Nightbot told you to like, comment, and subscribe, but I really appreciate y'all coming. The premium basic is $5, but it's only. So you would pay $5 a day? Okay, come on, Cowboy. Girl gotta work out today now. Girl gotta work out. Thank you, Unique Black. I really appreciate you, man. I don't know why they timed you out, or let me pin you. Let's see if it'll let me pin you. Oh my God, y'all. There you go, Unique. Waiting on you, Cowboy. Thank you so much for the 100. I really appreciate it. Yeah, what do y'all think about this topic, though, man? I know it's like mixed reactions. Thank you for the jewels. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you again. Oh, blow me up, yes. I'll take all that money. I appreciate you sending it. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, $80 is too much, but if you're paying $5 a day, how long are you going to be gone, though, Epi? When you come back? Waiting on Cowboy, y'all. Robin said, I saw you on live. I saw your hat tilted, and I said, "Oh, she must be spitting on here." What? Oh, shout out to you for getting back. Shout out to Uppy for touching down safely, man. I hope you had a wonderful trip. Robin, Robin, I really appreciate you pulling up. Cowboy, you got a few more minutes, bro. I'm going to take the four-wheeler, all right? Appy, go take a nap. I know you're probably tired, man. Is Unique still timed down? I don't know. I tried to relive the message. I tried to, like, pin it. But it won't even let me pin it, I don't think. Did it let me pin it? Bro, y'all know I can't get right. That's wild. I hope not. I think they usually do it for like a few minutes. Nothing too crazy. I don't think he's not like me. See, I time people out for 24 hours. I think Nightbot does it for like 5 minutes or something. Something not too severe as me. Because, you know, I don't play, so. I timed him out for 10 seconds. Oh, did you? Let me see if he's here. Unique, are you here? No, what, Rev? Yeah, I'm about to dip out. Cowboy on the bull. I'm used to it. Every time I go live, someone says, I'm going to call, and they never call, so. I got to work out. Back to sleep I go. Peace out, son. All right, son. Talk to you later. Thank you for pulling up. Squeezing that coffee out that cup. All right, guys, that's all I got for you, man. Cowboy, next time for sure, okay? Next time for sure. Thank you guys for pulling up. Thank you for debating me or whatever. Wasn't supposed to be a debate, but I really appreciate y'all pulling up. I'll see y'all in the next live stream Monday, all right? I'll leave y'all with that commercial again because I know y'all like it.
I'm not coming down until men cop this ebook. Do you hear me? Stop thinking you thick is a compliment. It is not how you win a woman over. $15, cash at me. Put your email, put your name. I'm still up here. And you think that is a compliment, bro? I quit. Send the money. I'm swinging till I see that notification.